Hello guys, this is Jordan, and today I'm going to be reading The Flower Girl Part 3. If you guys have not seen the other parts, go back and watch those. And you can see I'm in a new area because we just went back to Cocoa Beach. So now I'm in Florida again, so that's fun. But anyways, sorry the incentive from last time isn't here to continue watching. The puppies, he's in a different place now. He's not dead. He's fine. But I mean, yeah. So I want to elaborate more on, because I feel like I didn't tell you guys about what Grandpa did during his working years. Grandpa was the high school principal back then to Clover and Bill's school. He oftentimes despised this job and wanted more out of life. He taught disco yoga on the side. The 80s were the most lively times of Grandpa's life, where he felt the most lively and most himself. Grandpa used to be a vegan hippie back then. Grandpa was a lifeguard back in the 60s. That's where he met Lizza. Let's go back to Grandpa's teenage years. Nope, let's go back to Grandpa's childhood. Nope, let's go back to Grandpa as a baby. Nope, let's just go back to when Grandpa was a sperm cell. Nope, let's just go back to when Grandpa was just becoming a sperm cell. I don't know. This is when Grandpa and Granny Lizza started to get to know each other and started to date. This is when they had Rachel, and Rachel's basically a crack baby. Well, not really. She just wanted crack as soon as she came out of the womb, but Granny Lizza was not addicted to it. She just wanted it for some reason. So yeah, Grandpa passed away in the last episode, but he had agiosis, and I guess there's no cure for that, so. And yeah, without further ado, I don't want to get too long of an intro, so I'm just going to get into this. And I got my packet here, so I'm just going to set this up over here really quick, and then I'll get to reading. Okay, so if I'm looking this way a little bit, it's because I'm reading it. I'm just going to hold this up like this, I think. Okay, Part 3, Chapter 1. It was somber and dark, as a corpse she once knew was buried. It was cloudy, and there was a strong smell of salt and urine in the air, and somehow pineapple. Clover didn't cry, for she knew this day would come. The old, wrinkled, prickled, shaped priest said, "Let the ceremony of death commence!" as he stabbed poor Grandpa's corpse 1,000 times. It was a part of the family's fate. They were...
Okay, you stop doing that.
Sorry. Garthins. Something Clover's mom, Rachel, told her about. Blood flew everywhere. Some ended up in Clover's hair, some on Rachel's bong, some landed on Bill and his thick, new, improved girlfriend. His girlfriend then said,
"Ooh, that getting me hungry for Applebee's steak tonight."
Oh, that sounds so bad. Clover's mom looked over with a frown on her face as she saw Grandma at the funeral with a +1. A mysterious man in a cloth and a lab coat with big boots and huge visors, and not much else. He sported moles, barnacles, and Burfood herpes virus only a toad could get, but somehow he acquired it. He had an overall toad-like appearance. What do you expect? Grandma Lizza had a type 2. Not type 2 diabetes, though. I don't know. Lizza had discovered the teleporting scientist was some type of evil spy / assassin mix. And he wanted to figure out the magic food recipe that Lizza had. She wouldn't let him succeed in his mission, so she decided to pretend to continue dating him. Then Clover's frog-faced great-uncle Arnold Wagner Jr. III came in. He had huge warts and moles as well as a overall frog-like appearance. Ribbit. Clover was close enough to her grandma to hear what she said.
Crap. I didn't know Hot Frog Man would come.
Granny Lizza said, licking her lips as she whispered to her plus one.
I'm better than that pale, crusty, overweight, small-faced, creepy, crawly, probably senile of a old man. Lost-minded.
The evil spy/assassin mix complained. There was more, but too many to say. It continued the whole time until he said such a rude word, even Lizza made a frown of displeasurement. Then she whispered,
You don't understand. He is my ex-husband and my dead husband's brother.
Clover began to thrust forward, then backwards, and then fell over altogether, and then
continued to throttle on the ground as if she were a fish.
What's wrong, sweetie?
her mother asked.
You're embarrassing me,
She whispered, slightly quietly. Clover got up.
I'm just a bit hungry. When are you not?
Clover's mom said rudely. As they got into the car, Granny Lizza pulled Clover aside.
I know you heard what I said, so I put some magic food dust over you to do that instead of spoiling my little secret to the whole family. I will do it again if you try anything.
Granny Lizza said in her angry granny cackle voice as she clutched poor Clover's arm so tight it left a bruise.
I'm sorry, my lasagna. I promise I won't say anything.
Clover said in a scared voice.
Good, my little gremlin. Good.
Granny Lizza said as she smacked Clover in the side of the cheek, almost knocking her down. The next day, Clover made herself an anorexic breakfast, for she was getting obese and needed to cut back a little. Otherwise, the creep that lived in the basement would handcuff her and put a single dish of peanuts in the middle of the room and just be out of reach for her as she begged for them in mercy. She told herself this every day and even wrote it on the fridge. Her mother, of course, thought this was weird, so she ripped that up and threw it away that morning.
Mom, I need that.
Clover said to her mom,
Honey, I love you just the way you are, my little obese baby.
Her mother told her,
But Mom, I can't fit in any of my clothes. Oh, gosh.
Clover screeched laughed.
Then take this fruit your grandma gave me. It does wonders.
Her mother said.
Okay.
Clover asked if there were any side effects to eating the fruit. Her mom just said no and shrugged. Weird looking fruit. It said to only take one bite, but half was gone. Clover just ate the other half. Clover went down to ask her grandma if it had any side effects. When she got downstairs, Grandma Lizza was kissing Uncle Frog and the mysterious man.
Clover, it's nothing.
Granny said, pulling a blanket over the evil spy Asian mix and Uncle Frog.
Grandma, oh my.
Clover said in such a confusion, she dropped her container.
Grandma, they look hypnotized. What do you do to them?
Okay, I might have slipped a few magic foods in their diet.
A few magic foods?
Clover asked as Uncle Frog's face looked like it could fall off in a soup bowl.
Well, maybe more than the recommended dose.
Granny Lizza said in a witch cackle. Uncle Frog had told Lizza he didn't want to remember sleeping with her again because he would be cheating on his wife Mildred, an evil witch who hailed from the north that Lizza also despised. He couldn't lie to her either. She would tell because of her evil witch magic and send a plague for thousands of years on Lizza and her family. Then Clover's mom and brother and his thick girlfriend made an appearance. Granny quickly made Uncle Frog and the mysterious man invisible with the magic herbs before the family could see them.
Mom, your weight loss spell fruit thing you gave me, it makes me float.
Don't you already flow with all the drugs you're on?
Oh, Mom, you're going to be floating out that window soon when I get over there. Whatever.
Clover's mom said angrily. Actually, she didn't sound like anything. She's just so high all the time that she just doesn't sound angry, okay? Clover's mom said angrily as her head hit the ceiling.
Grandma, your muscle seeds you gave me, it makes me break things. I even touch slightly with my hands.
Bill said, touching Liz's alarm clock. It smashed in a million pieces.
Granny, lasagna, you made me pregnant.
Bill's thick girlfriend said.
No, she didn't. I'm pretty sure that was me.
Bill said, almost proud of himself.
My hips, they swollen. They bigger than normal.
Vicky said cheerfully.
That's how they always look.
Bill said.
They're pregnancy stick. Don't lie, Bill.
As Sicky quenched to have the last word in.
Don't worry, I will fix it. Just give me a minute.
As Lizzie looked frantically around the room to see what could fix it all, there had to be some magic food she'd forgotten about. Then a wind came and blew Rachel out the window.
This is your fault.
As she yelled.
You should have only eaten a bit.
Lizza said, getting the last word in.
Lizza, do something.
Clover yelled. What could she do? Granny Lizza had nothing. But wait, maybe if she... To be continued. So I hope you guys liked that part. I'm going to be doing the editing again and putting all the, changing the voices if I need to, adjusting them, and hopefully that works into the audio. I noticed the first time we watched it again, the first part, and some of the voices would get really loud, so that was a problem. So I'm going to try to mix them in smoother like I did in the second episode. And then I'm going to make some more drawings and such on Flip-A-Clip. And that's what I've been using for the little animation characters. And then I'm going to show... So some of them, sometimes they're drawings and sometimes they're model magic characters. And then sometimes they're animation characters. So I try to switch between all three of those things. And yeah. And I do all the editing and it takes me like 4 hours sometimes. So I hope you guys appreciate these videos. That's why it takes so long in between each one. But I'm going to try to get them all closer in time and such. And yeah, so cue bloopers. Bye guys. She wouldn't let him succeed in his mission.
I'm better than that Crispy.
Not Crispy.
You don't understand. He is my ex-husband and my dead husband's husband's brother.
What? My dead husband's husband's brother? What?
Mom.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, this is going to be difficult.
But Mom, I can't fit any of my clothes.
God, this is difficult.
Mom, you're a waitress.
Your weight draws, what?
My hips are swollen and are bigger than normal.
Then wind came and blew Clover